TechUP is trying to build a bridge between those who have the potential to succeed and develop those skills with those industries in the technology space that need those individuals the most. And you've got to love that, haven't you?
TechUP started to take women from underserved backgrounds in particular with potential and retrain them specifically into tech careers. More recently, that's kind of morphed into the Skills Bootcamps.
Skills Bootcamp in data engineering and a Skills Bootcamp in software engineering, which were based on our prior experience. Of course, we had to create also new content and customize it. We customize to the industry and we customize to our audience, to our learners.
14-week intensive online training programs. They're delivered fully remotely with a flexible timetable so that they can study at their own pace when and where they need to or can.
And that's absolutely essential for our learners in TechUP because we have such a diverse group of learners, people who may have full-time jobs or part-time jobs, a lot of people who have caring responsibilities and young children.
Then we've taken, I think our cohorts were then about 80% women rather than the 100% women.
I've spent, 12 years basically working in theatre.
I took a career grab to take care of my son and I joined back the workforce when he went into university.
I have studied English literature at university. And then I've been working as a logistic administrator.
I've been in the Navy for 14 years now. Also, I've worked in Europe and in Belgium with NATO.
I was out of work. My confidence was a bit low. I'm a mum, I have so much to deal with.
They tend to learn things very quickly because they have that practical expertise from the past. And understand how to operate in a working environment.
Making children's books couldn't be further from web development. I am able to share things, like my communication skills or and time management are things which benefit my entire team as well.
That's one of the beautiful things about doing the work with TechUp is to be able to explain you have a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even know that you've got that's so useful.
So a big part of what we do is make sure that everything is industry relevant. So we bring in industry partners to talk to our students on the TechUp programs, helping our students to see the kind of massive range of job opportunities, further education opportunities that are out there. We also have one-to-one mentoring for all of our students on the program, and those people are all working in industry. Lots of those mentors have done a great job, but also they've really benefited themselves from kind of seeing a kind of different landscape in terms of who could work in tech.
I think TechUp's given me a really powerful arsenal to be able to make a clear argument for reducing bias and increasing representation within businesses for business benefit.
I think that the team have been tremendously inspirational. They were going over and above as they could to give everybody the opportunity to succeed. And that's exactly the type of organisations that we want to be working with and be associated with.
It's not just the knowledge, because the knowledge is out there. There's plenty of it. It's actually having it customized for you and having that support to go through it and having that network that you can build for life.
We've got this kind of special sauce, I guess. We really focus hard on making everyone feel that they're special, that they've got potential, that we care about them, and kind of welcoming them into the TechUp family.
We had obviously Joanna and Elena always supporting us with any queries, any difficulties. Then we had our tutor and we would have a meeting with her every week.
And then the sort of internal peer support network, which was all through Slack, so that was there all the time.
Even though we were remote, we always had contact with other students and were able to build relationships and really support each other.
And then we were also assigned a buddy, who was another person in the course who maybe was a bit more experienced than you.
I had two buddies and we became such good friends and we learned so much from each other.
We're getting some excellent outcomes. 48% of our graduates have now reported either a new job, progression in a current role, they've started a new business, or they've enrolled in further education in a tech subject.
And some of them have become such rising stars. I mean, some of them have started their own societies or their own companies, have gotten their own awards and everything. So we're really, really proud of them.
Since literally Googling, how do I learn to code? less than 2 years later, I'm a junior software engineer.
I'm a DevOps apprentice.
I finished the bootcamp 8 months ago, and I found an organisation that was able to train you in the role and then deploy you to their client. It's an international tech company.
I'm growing my portfolio, and now a couple of weeks ago I started applying for jobs. So yeah, wish me luck.
It's more than just a skills bootcamp. It's more than a learning course or a training opportunity. It's really changing lives.
Since Mum started the course, she's become a lot more confident. She has gained hard skills in coding. I was just surprised that she had a great community around her and she felt inspired and connected. She's helped me through my education and I recognize her potential. So it's my turn now to be the cheerleader and help her get to where she's supposed to be at.
Tech is the future. People should really see how their existing skills can work in a tech field. That will create a robust future for them and a great foundation as well.
I feel really grateful to the program, and yeah, I really recommend it.
For us, these types of programs are critical, and to be involved in it as well has been a privilege, and we're grateful for that as well.
And I think if every person who went through education, at the end of that education, went through a program like TechUP, then our country would be a very, very different place.
Because those individuals won't just transform their own lives, they'll transform the lives of their families, they'll transform the lives of their communities, and we will be able to then move this country forward.
What we really want to do is expand dramatically.
Figure out what did and didn't work and how we can grow moving forward. What does industry need from us and what do learners need from us?
To make sure that we get more diversity, more inclusion in the tech industry, and that we don't have to keep going on about women in tech. We can just forget about it because everyone's getting into tech.